Ladies and gentlemen, the Daily Report here back in your life once more. Here at the Zahi Studios Network in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're glad to be with you guys again. Now, thank you. And you guys are beautiful. And, well, most of you are beautiful. I'm playing. But once again, we got a very exciting guest. I told you guys from episode 1 that I'm always going to be delivering exciting electric guests. And today is no different. We got the legendary Christopher McBride in the house dropping wisdom. Give it up for Chris! Absolutely. Like I said, he's dropping knowledge from the get-go. But before we get into that interview and the segment, I got some things I got to get off my chest. Let's get right into it. Now, the Oscar ceremony is coming up. You guys fan of the Oscars? You know? This year it's kind of met with some controversy. They're saying that there's a lack of diversity in the nomination department. Now, that's true. You know, you got performances, powerful performances by actors like Will Smith this year. You guys like Will Smith? And then you got the young gun, Michael B. Jordan with Creed. You know? And then we got Idris Elba, you know? Come on, give it up for Idris Elba, come on! None of them were nominated. Not even my favorite movie this year, Straight Outta Compton, was nominated. What's up with that? What's up with that? They're saying, there's a hashtag out. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It's called Oscar So White. You know? Oscar So White. It's a viral hashtag, and it's spreading like wildfire. And it's true. Oscar is so white. You know, Oscar so white. Oscar, whoever Oscar is, he in the KKK. Speaking of the KKK, but before I get into the KKK, let's think here. There's some white people mad about some stuff too. That they're saying that the NBA All-Star game is not too diverse either. They're trying to do a hashtag called NBA All-Star So Black, but we ain't gonna do that. Okay, back to the KKK. They're saying that the Oscars are so white, and it's like the KKK. They're not letting any black people in. You believe that? They're not letting any black people in. But they're saying, like, you know, KKK, you know. But there's a few KKKs that let black men in. You ever heard of Kardashian sisters? Perfect example. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we got Christopher McBride in the building today. Very exciting interview. You guys are gonna love it. Got a new game for you guys, and you know, back at you again with Don't Get Me Started. I got some more stuff I'm pissed off about. I want to address. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you very much for being with us, you beautiful listeners. And Daily Report with Marcus Short starts right now. Let's go! Woo! Welcome back to the Daily Report with Marcus Short. Now, this is our segment. You already know the drill. Don't get me started. You know? Yeah. But I'm serious. You know? In this cup right here, we got a few topics. I'm going to spin it around and randomly pick this one. You know, the first one. Oops, don't let it. Oh, we can't use that one. I know exactly what that was, and I'm already pissed off. Here we go. So, here's the first one. Let's get right into it. All right. I'm scared. Okay. All right. Marriage. Talking about marriage? Look, I'm 23 years old, you know. I don't find it appropriate for me to be married right now, but I do have a few friends around my age who are newlyweds, and I'm always curious, like, what's it like to be a newlywed around this age in 2016? You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. How does that work, you know? I actually asked my friend, I was at his house the other day, and I'm like, yo, what's it like to be married here in 2016 as a millennial? You know, I'm curious. And it was kind of weird because he said to me, he's like, you know what? I'll tell you. Give me your phone. I'm like, huh? Give me your phone. I just ask you a question. Give me your phone. I'm like, so, but I'll give my phone. I'm very intrigued, and he takes it and he plugs it up to his. Nope. He plugs it up to his computer, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, look, you got iTunes? I'm like, yeah, I got some of my favorite songs in here. You know, I've been building this library up since I was in middle school. And he's like, okay, give me about 5 minutes. He goes into his office and he comes back out. I'm like, what's going on? I just asked this guy a question, freaking weirdo. And this dude comes back and, long story short, he deleted every song off of my iTunes except for one. What's this have to do with anything? And first of all, I'm very, very irritated right now. I'm probably gonna beat you up. But what's this about? He said, now you only have, Marcus, you have one song on your iTunes music library. Listen to that song over and over and over. That one song over and over and over and over again for the rest of your natural born life. Don't get me started on marriage. Maybe one day. You know, I'm not ruling it out, but maybe one day. Not now. Maybe when I'm 65. Okay, come on. All right. Next topic, ladies and gentlemen. Drum roll. All right. Let's see here. What we got? Michael Jackson. Give it up for Michael Jackson. Now, I actually have nothing bad to say about Michael Jackson. He's actually one of my favorite entertainers. He's one of the greatest, you know? Of all time. He's one of my favorite white women. You know? It's amazing. It's amazing what Michael Jackson can do in all seriousness. You know, and I guess if there's anything I can say about Michael Jackson is, he had that music video back in the day, Smooth Criminal. You guys remember Smooth Criminal? And yeah, you're okay. Now you guys might remember that very ominous move that he did, like where he's like leaning forward, like the angle, you know what I'm talking about, you know. And there was a debate, a very lighthearted debate going on back when that music video was first released. They were saying, now Michael Jackson, all his dance moves are amazing. The moonwalk, everything is great, but this one can't be real. It's got to be fake, And I think that, all those people that were saying that, they had to be women, because they must not know what it's like to take a piss when you got morning wood. It's possible. Trust me. Don't get me started on Michael Jackson in a sense. But like I said, guys, we got a very exciting interview up next. Christopher McBride. He's going to be dropping wisdom and insight. Tune in, baby. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Daily Report with Marcus Short. I'm your host. With me today is Christopher McBride, life coach and motivational speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Christopher McBride. All right, man, let's jump right into it, man. Now you are the owner of Greatness Guru, yes. And you guys are killing it, giving a lot of free wisdom and insight, as well as holding seminars. You got your Greatness Within seminar, yes, here in Indianapolis. Tell us a little bit about the seminar, exactly what takes place, and how was the first event, and the second event in January 9th?
The event on January 9th was amazing, actually. we had a great turnout. We had it at Club Live. Originally, it was supposed to be at the Skyline Club, and last minute they hit us like, yeah, if y'all don't have it on a Saturday, y'all got to get $3,000 worth of food.
What?
We were just like, man, we can't do that. So, had to switch location. Luckily, my fraternity brother owns Club Live, so he gave us that venue. We had it in one of the VIP suites, and it was pretty dope, man. We doubled as far as volume and attendance from our first one. The speaking was dope. The connections that were made was amazing. It was dope. Great
All
event.
good vibes, man.
Great event.
And you had some other speakers along with you, and they had some motivational stuff.
Yes.
Good stories and stuff like that.
Amazing stories. Yes.
That's awesome, man. On your YouTube channel, like I said, you offer a lot of wisdom and insight. What inspires you to make those videos?
What really inspired me to start making YouTube videos was more so, I was at one of my fraternity brothers' house, a business partner of mine, David Macon, and we were just talking about just personal development, and I was just talking to him about a new idea that I had just learned, and I went, and he just stopped me and was like, man, you're taking in all of this information all the time, but at some point in time, you got to start putting it out and giving it to others. And everything. And,
That's right, yeah.
He was completely right, honestly, and if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have started the YouTube, I wouldn't have started the seminars, I wouldn't have started anything. I'd have just kept it to myself, and of course it spills out to the people that surround me all the time, you know, but not to the masses. So
absolutely,
the YouTube and the seminars was a way of me just getting it out to more people, you know, trying to spread myself a little thinner, if that makes sense.
Now, Chris, a lot of people in your field are big on the concept, the art of law of attraction. Can you tell the audience, like somebody out there who might not know what the law of attraction is, can you explain a little bit, like the basics of it and why it's so important?
The simplest way I can put it is it's basically like Napoleon Hill would say it from Think and Grow Rich, is that you will attract your dominant thoughts. So anything that's constantly weighing on your mind with a lot of emotional intensity within the body, you will tend to see that thing manifest within your life and within your surroundings. That's what I take the law of attraction to mean. And I, in that reference in which I said it, believe it to be true. Absolutely.
And that's just briefly putting it. So anybody out there who isn't familiar with the law of attraction, we both suggest you to go find some more research and just see where it takes you.
Definitely, because it will take you to a lot of great places if you really apply it. You know, typically we apply it for things that are destructive. We sit there and we think about all the ways in which something could fail or go wrong, and we're just feeling it within our body. And next thing you know, we just feel the emotion and we're anxious and we're so fearful. We try to just repel away from it, you know. But instead, if we try to flip it, use it for a little bit of positive, see yourself actually winning, and let that anxiety turn into excitement or something like that to drive you forward, I think it'll be a lot healthier.
Absolutely. And I also think that, like, if I could tell one person one thing about it, it'd be like, just imagine yourself already having everything that you wish to achieve, and then you will gravitate into situations that will bring that into fruition. You agree?
I agree completely. Actually, it's funny. One of my close friends is actually mentored by Bob Proctor, who was on The Secret. He's big about the law of attraction. And on this live call that one of my friends was watching with Bob Proctor, he was saying that Bob Proctor's current goal right now is trying to figure out how he's going to get $3 million. And he said he's not trying to figure out if he's going to get it. In his mind, he already sees himself having it. Now he just has to work out how it's actually going to come into effect. And I think taking that approach with anything that anybody's trying to do will yield great results.
Absolutely. Some of the most notable legends in the world, if you go back to interviews, they subtly talk about that all the time. Now, you mentioned Bob Proctor. He's the author of a lot of great books. You mentioned Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich. Suggest you guys check it out. If you could suggest one book to, if you could have one book in your possession for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Dang, just one. Can I
know you're an avid reader too.
I'm saying, can we narrow it down to like an area of life, like a category or something? Oh man, it's crazy. I would say The Alchemist, man. That's really been on my heart, because that's really just like the journey that we are. I don't know if anybody is familiar with the book The Alchemist, but it's basically like the journey that we're all facing about a kid who just has spent his whole life being a shepherd. He's like, man, you know, I got dreams of being something else, but I don't know how to pursue it. I don't have no resources. I don't have anything. And it just talks about the journey in which he faces, the things in which, the obstacles that he has to overcome, the difficulties that he run into. But then it's just so parallel, and I believe every person can identify with it. I've read it probably like 5 times.
Absolutely. Before we get into our game, I got one question to ask you, man. I've been doing my research, and I saw that you were in Tia Thomas's music video back in the day, man, before she was famous, man. Tell me a little bit about that briefly, real quick, before we go to the next segment.
You talking about the
killed it. You killed it, by the way. Yeah, you killed it.
Oh,
this
man.
Before she was famous, before she was on tour a while ahead, all the things she's doing.
Wow, that's crazy.
And you killed it too, man. I loved it. I watched it 2 days.
That was a fun time, man. And it's crazy how that whole event came about, right? So I was in college. I think I was president of my fraternity at the time, Kappa Alpha Psi. Shout out to the youth. And Tierra Thomas called me and she was like, yo, I know y'all throw a big party at the beginning of each year. I'm trying to throw a music video and I wanted like a house party scene. Is there any way we could work it out? Yeah. And I was like, yo, let's definitely make that happen. So we turned, the way it turned out was crazy because one of my friends stayed directly across the street from the house we threw it in. So we bought his crib for the night. So we had the party in his house and we had the music video in our house. And we basically brought people over from the party. But it turned out like 500 people was like out there. It was crazy. It turned into like a block party. The music video was dope though. It was amazing. It never got released though.
Yeah. Where can they find that? Because it's some rare footage, man.
I don't even know where they can find it. I seen it like when we first recorded it, and she was real hype about it. But then her label or her management didn't let her put it out at the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
man, I loved it.
I need to find out how you see this so I can see it.
We'll get it taken care of. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go into our next segment. We're about to play a game. As soon as we get back, here at the Daily Report with Marcus Short. Right now is we're playing a game by the name of Two Truths and a Lie. Both of us will be asking each other questions, or actually we'll be making statements, 3 statements per person, 2 of them which will be the truth, and 1 of them will be the lie. We'll tell them to each other, and basically we're gonna have to figure out which one is the lie. Okay. So you gonna go first? What's the first statement?
I'm gonna crack it off. All right. Okay. I have.
And I get to ask you questions. I get to, do some.
After I say all 3 statements?
After, yeah.
Okay, so I have had a menage a trois. I have been to jail 2 cities. I have lived in 5 cities.
Okay. Who was the menage a trois? Where was this at?
It was actually when I was at the university. I'm not gonna say which university, and I was kicking it, smoking with some females, friends of mine, and I was talking to one of them, and I was just like, we should dang her do a threesome. I was texting them after she had left though. She was like, I was thinking the same thing, and I was just like, why didn't I say nothing earlier though? But she ended up talking to the girl that she was with, and I got a message back that said that they were down. It happened.
Okay.
I really wasn't expecting it to happen when I sent the message. Power being button.
I got the alright. Okay. I think I believe that one. No, I know about you. I remember when I first got to campus, I was like, everybody was talking about Chris McBride. I was like, man, I want to be like Chris McBride. That's a whole different story. For a reason that will remain. Oh, Chris. Transformations, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. You said you've been in jail in 2 different cities. What was the first time? What was that for?
I was actually young and wild, making kind of silly decisions, and I had this little scheme going on. Ended up getting arrested in Indianapolis.
Okay. And the second time, where was it at?
We can say I was in Muncie, and I basically, we're just gonna say I was in Muncie.
Okay, this one is a lie.
Okay. And that's actually wrong.
Oh man! All right. Okay. So ask. Okay, we'll do 3 bars now. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna get yours right though. Watch.
All right. I am a licensed hypnotherapist. Been studying the art for about 5 years. I have had 5 amateur cage fights, starting back in 2011. And last truthful statement. I used to want to be a meteorologist.
Okay, I'm gonna say. I know you're into hypnotherapy. You might on the low be a licensed hypnotherapist. Like, on the low, that one might be. I'm gonna say that one is. I believe that one is true.
Correct.
Alright, and the second one was what?
I've had 5 amateur cage fights, mixed martial arts.
You're into
The
mixed
third
martial arts.
I had intense desires to be a meteorologist when I was younger.
That might make sense for some reason. I don't know. I can see you as a kid wanting to be a meteorologist. I'm going to say you haven't had 5. You probably had like 4 cage fights or something.
Bingo! I've had 3.
Oh man, I'm a beast, man. I told you.
yeah. It's cool to do something that you don't got to get punched in the face and go through all the nerves of stepping into an octagon.
Yeah, definitely. I got punched and I wasn't in the octagon.
Yeah.
As a kid, so I already know. I was just like, I just stay away from it. I didn't even like football. We had pads on. I'm like, I use my mind.
I never understood why people would. Football is just like you're crashing into people. You're like literally put 4 hours of that. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I actually got a concussion doing football in high school. Crazy. Like, and then I was on kick return one time, and a guy was coming, and he just like ran through me, and my whole brain and body rattled. I was just like, wow.
Yeah, see, at least in MMA, like you know what's going on. You know, football. You know, somebody can come up behind you that you might have, kind of roughed up on the play two drives ago, and they might come up smack you. Yo, this has been a blast, yo.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you play 2 truths and a lie. I suggest you play. You can learn a lot.
Be careful though.
Be very careful. No liquor involved, and nobody, no spouses or anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, Daily Report with Marcus Short with Christopher McBride. I hope you guys enjoyed this segment and our interview. Take it easy.